Hi, I'm Shelly, your EDFIN college prep coach and consultant, and I am going to share with you in tonight's FAFSA Expert YouTube video 5 myths about FAFSA applying for federal aid. Okay, now as a FAFSA expert for 29 years in helping families, I can assure you that these myths will not cover all the questions that you have out there. And if you have additional questions, you can always text me or call at 951-261-9799. But here's 5 myths that common questions that parents and students are concerned about. First myth number 1. My parents make too much money, so I won't qualify for aid. Well, I can't tell you that is far from the truth, okay? Because all students will qualify for some form of financial aid. May it be low-income students will qualify for more, and middle-income students will, of course, go to a Formula B, as we call it, and then the higher income wages will be a Formula C. So there's Formula A, B, and C. So they will still qualify for some type of financial aid or federal financial aid. The tip is to file early, meet school deadlines. All schools have different deadlines, guys. So if it's Ivy League, Stanford has total separate deadlines. UC's here in California, total different deadlines. If you're applying to NYU in New York City, they have different deadlines and requirements, okay? Now, myth number 2, I have to wait to file my FAFSA, or I have to wait to file my taxes before I can fill out my FAFSA. Absolutely not, okay? Never wait to fill out the FAFSA because of taxes or because of anything, okay? As of October 1st of each year, you can complete the FAFSA using previous year's income information, and then always go in and update it later on. So myth number 3, I support myself. I don't have to include my parents' income information or FAFSA. Now, this is for the students that ages 18 to 23 that support themselves and think that they, that the FAFSA information should be determined on their income information. Well, it's not true. It's actually dependent on your parents' income, okay? Until you are turned 24 years of age, a graduate student, has special circumstances, the FAFSA is based on your parents' information. Doesn't matter if you think you're independent or dependent, whatever it is, whatever may be affecting that cost of attendance, okay? So don't wait, file the FAFSA. Myth number 3, I support myself and I plan on filling out the FAFSA, but what if I don't qualify? And if I don't qualify, can I get a special circumstance? The answer is yes, you can get a special circumstance. And I'm going to elaborate on that question here in a little bit. Myth number 4, I should wait until I'm accepted to a college before I fill out the FAFSA. Absolutely not again. Why wait? Okay. Submit your FAFSA each year as early as possible, October 1st of each year. That when the application opens. Okay, now keep in mind, this is just the federal financial aid, the FAFSA that we're talking about. I'm not talking about state grants. I'm not talking about institutional grants and scholarships. I'm talking about FAFSA only at this point, okay? Myth number 5, I didn't receive enough money for college. Now we're going to go back to that question, the dependent, independent student. I didn't receive enough money for college, so I'm just out of luck, right? Well, that's not true. You have options, okay? And your options are, like it says here, your options are you can appeal your financial aid. There is a lengthy process to go to that you have to meet requirements, but you can appeal it. You can apply for scholarships. There's a lot of scholarships out there. You have to meet a lot of different requirements, maybe an essay, letters of recommendation, etc. But there are scholarship options. There's a federal work study for federal aid if you qualify on and off campus. And you would check with your financial aid office on that. Payment plans, okay? Payment plans. Check with your school financial aid office. There's payment plans for you. Special circumstances outside of the appeals process. There are special circumstances also. It's a lengthy process, and you have to depending on your situation, depends on exactly what documentations they're going to require from you. Okay. Like, for example, COVID, okay, that's a huge special circumstances. Parents' loss of money, loss of income. They're going to have to fill out certain documentation to prove that. Additional student loans. Nobody wants to take out student loans, but you know what? It is a great way to finance your education. Low interest student loans. It's like 3% compared to a credit card, a high interest credit card. And then, of course, emergency advances through the individual colleges and institution universities. Okay, so there are your 5 myths tonight I covered, which is my parents make too much money for me to qualify. I have to wait to file my taxes before I can fill out the FAFSA. I support myself. I don't have to include my parents' income on the FAFSA. Definitely not true. I should wait until I'm accepted into a university before I fill out the FAFSA, and I didn't receive enough money for college, so I'm just out of luck. Okay, hope you enjoyed this video on the 5 myths of FAFSA and applying for federal aid. And stay tuned, because I will follow this up with state financial aid, institutional grants, merit-based grants as well. If you have any questions about this video or would like to have more information to see if you can qualify for more financial aid, you would text 951-261-9799. After working hours, during working hours, you can call the 951-261-9799. Either way, look forward to seeing you. Look forward to talking to all of you. And please don't hesitate to text and to reach out. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.